Hi everyone, I'm Laura from gosimpli.ca, and today I have a descending ladder muscle burnout workout. You don't need any equipment at all, no weights and no jumping, and you're still going to give those muscles a really hard workout and burn a lot of calories. So what we're going to do is 10 exercises. The first round through we'll do them all for a minute. The second round through we'll do all 10 exercises for 45 seconds, and then for a third round we'll do them all for 30 seconds each. You'll have 10 seconds between exercises and 20 seconds between rounds, so you can grab a quick drink of water. I've included both your warm-up and your cool-down, so you don't need to add anything to this workout. Make sure your water's close by. I'll get the timer ready and we'll get started. So first off, we're going to do our warm-up. Each of these exercises we're going to do for 30 seconds each. So we're going to start with a march in place. So we're just going to give it a good march. Now, even though this workout is completely low impact, it is not low energy. So when you're marching, like, move those arms, move those legs. We're not just doing like a little, you have to warm up that body. We're not jumping, so that means we need to move our legs higher. We need to swing our arms faster. Okay, next up we're going to be doing a walking jack. And again, we're not doing this really slow. We're not just stepping out to the side. We're putting a little more into it. If you want to jump and do jumping jacks, you certainly can. I'm not quite there yet after surgery. I'm getting there, but not quite. So I'm going to just be putting a lot more effort into my low impact so that my calorie burn is still very high. Next up, we're going to do a squat with a deadlift. So we're going to squat and then come fully out of the squat and then bend over like we're doing a deadlift. Just a few more seconds here. Next is a walking up and out. If you want to jump it, go ahead, you certainly can. There's no need to. There is no jumping in this whole exercise routine, so you don't need to jump. A few more seconds and we're going to move to a lateral step with an arm pull. So we're just going to pull those arms back. A few more seconds. And we're going to do a butt kicker with a chest pull. Again, if you want to jump this one, you can. But I'm just putting a little more effort, keeping my knees a little more bent so my quads are working harder. And I guarantee without jumping, you'll still burn an incredible amount of calories and those muscles will be screaming. Jumping isn't everything. Low impact does not mean low energy or easy. Awesome. Grab a quick drink and we'll get started. Okay, hopefully you're ready to go. The first exercise we're going to do is a squat with a calf raise for an entire minute. Okay, so we're going to squat, calf raise while you're down there, and then stand up. Squat, calf raise. My shoes are squeaky. I got a new pair and I love them, but they are not fully broken in yet. So they squeak. Now, if you don't come up fully, if you don't let those knees lock out, you leave a little bend, those legs will burn a whole lot more. So they don't get any break. They're supporting all the time. When we lock our knees, the muscles get a bit of a break and the bones are supporting. But we don't want that. We want the muscles to work the whole time. Just a few more seconds here. Okay, so here's your rest. You can do jumping jacks, you can do a boxer shuffle. I'm going to be marching. Next up, we're going down for a push-up. Now, I can only do a couple from my toes right now, but I'm going to do what I can because it's the only way to improve. I'm actually doing better than I thought I would. I've been working on it. Okay, down to my knees. It's okay to do them from your knees. That's totally fine. In fact, if your range of motion is hindered, if you can't get a full range of motion from your toes, then doing them from your knees is better. Almost done. If you need to take a break, you certainly can. I'm going to really try to make it through. 5 more seconds. Awesome. Okay, stay down here. We're going to do a Russian twist. So just roll over. Okay, lean back slightly, straight back. Twist one side and then to the other. Now, if I ever forget, would I do that? Yes. If I ever forget to tell you what's next, look up to the left-hand corner of your screen, and there's a window that will preview the next exercise, so that you will know, even if I don't tell you, what's coming up. We're over halfway through this. If it gets too difficult, sit up a little more. Take some pressure off those abs. If it's too easy, lean back more. You just want to make sure that those abs are pulled in nice and tight and that your back is flat. You're not rounding. You don't want to hurt the back. Awesome. Next up, we're doing a bridge with a leg extension. So again, stay down here. Okay, push up into a bridge. If you want extra core work, keep your arms up and you're just going to extend one leg and then extend the other. And try to not have your bum sag. I am trying. A minute is a long time to keep doing the same move over and over again. That's the endurance part of it. And those muscles really have to work to do it continuously. You're going to see pretty soon we're going to do a lunge. And that, oh, I find them killer. Less than 10 seconds. Awesome. Okay, we're going to come over onto our hands and knees and do a bird dog. So this is where you do opposite arm and leg. Extend it out. So we go one and then the other. And we don't want to do it super fast because we want those muscles to actually do the supporting work. If we do them really fast, it's all momentum and the muscles don't really do much. So we're trying to have a nice flat back here, and your core is pulled in. And we only have a few more seconds of this. All right, come on up. We're going to do a side lunge pop. So that sounds a little awkward, but I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to lunge to one side, pop up, go back, and then to the other side. Pop up. So that we get both legs done in one interval. That isn't always the case. The next time we're going to have to do our legs separate, but for this one we can make it work. And of course, the lower to each side you lunge, the harder those muscles are working. Less than 10 seconds. Okay, take your break. These next two intervals are going to be a challenge. We're doing a walk-through lunge on one leg. So I'm starting with my left side moving. So I lunge behind me, and then I walk forward. And then I go back. And then forward. And we're going to keep going on one leg for the whole minute. And if you can do this without your leg, very firmly talking to you about how much it is feeling this, then you're amazing. Actually, just doing it is amazing. Because right now, my left thigh is definitely letting itself be known, as well as my right glute. They're saying things like, "Why are you doing this to me?" And I know why I'm doing it, because it's healthy and it's making me stronger. Okay, let that sort of work its way out. Now we're going to do that on the opposite side. So this time the right leg is doing all the moving. Now if you started on an opposite leg as me, that is totally fine. Just make sure that you do one set on each leg. And this may feel harder because we already worked the left leg, so it's tired. If you need to sort of step in between, that's fine. If you can do it without, then you're giving that core really a lot of extra work. Better than any sort of crunch we could do. Oh. Oh good, less than 10 seconds. I like the 10-second beat. Oh good, okay, next we're going to drop down. We're going to do a plank with a twist in it. So it'll give a little extra work to those obliques. So come on down. I do it from my elbows, and I'm just going to twist back. So we only hold the plank in the center for just a beat. And we're not actually letting that hip touch the ground. It's just getting very close. If it does touch, no big deal. Oh, I'm regretting doing this for a minute. We're almost done. We're almost done with these 1-minute intervals. Less than 10 seconds. It's my favorite 10-second beep. Oh, thank goodness. And now we have tricep dips. So stay down. Roll your legs out in front. Okay, so you're sort of up in a bridge, and you're going to let those arms bend behind you. If you have some sort of a step that you can put your hands up onto, That can make this a little more challenging. Or you could put a dumbbell across your hips if you wanted to and lift a little extra weight. But when we do this for an entire minute, the muscles are burned out no matter how much weight you add to them. Like, they don't need the weight for the burnout, is what I'm saying. Right now my arms they're saying things to me. Less than 10 seconds. And this is our last one for the 1 minute. So we've done our 10 exercises. Awesome. You've got 20 seconds. Walk around, grab a drink if you need to. I'm just going to keep the timer going and get ready right away again with that squat with the calf raise. But if you need to pause, just pause it and then come back. Just make sure you come back. Okay, squat with a calf raise. So squat, calf raise, squeaky shoes. Now this time, we're going to go through all 10 again. We're only doing them for 45 seconds. It doesn't sound like a big drop, but your body will notice it. 15 seconds off each exercise. So instead of having 10 minutes of work all the way through, we're only going to have about 7.5 minutes of work. Less than 5 seconds. Awesome. Okay, so we're going down for a push-up again. If you can do good form from your arm, from full extension, then do it. If not, drop to your knees. I'll see what I can do. Okay, and I'm going to drop. Remember, form comes first. Good form is what prevents injury and helps us to gain greater range of motion, to, when you're lifting weights, be able to lift more. We advance faster when we pay attention to form. Less than 5 seconds here. Great job. We're already down here, so we're moving on to the Russian twist. Okay, so lean back, twist side to side. I don't know about you, but I am noticing that 15 seconds gone. And I'm thankful that we're done the 1 minute intervals already. That this is a descending ladder rather than ascending. Which maybe we could do for another workout. Start low and go high for time. You can always let me know in the comments what kind of a workout you might like to see. And I'll do my best to make it for you. 5 seconds left here. Awesome. Take your breath and stay down here. We're doing a bridge with a leg lift. Okay, so up in the bridge. You can keep your arms down by your side if you want to. It's just a little more core work to keep your arms up. So try not to droop. It's hard. I can feel as the interval goes on, my bum is drooping, drooping, drooping. But try to correct yourself every so often. Make sure it's up there. Only 5 seconds left. Awesome. Now we're going to roll over and do those bird dogs again. So remember, we're extending opposite arm and leg. Now I'll admit, I really like doing these kind of endurance exercises where my lungs aren't burning but I'm definitely breathing heavily. It's become a cardio workout. And I'm not lifting weights, so I'm not as concerned about my joints. And I'm working in very functional ways. It's helping me to be able to play better with my children, to just be more active in my yard without risk of injury because I know that my muscles are strong and healthy. It's a really nice way to work out. I don't need any equipment. It's great. Awesome. I forget what we have next. Side lunge pop. Okay, so hop up. Okay, so lunge off to one side. Remember, pop up and then switch. So one of the challenges with this one is you're not actually jumping up. So you have to keep it slow and controlled. And that means we control on the way up and the way down. And controlling on the way down is rather challenging. And remember, the lower you lunge, the harder those muscles work. Just a couple more seconds. Oh boy, here's those walk-through lunges. They're the hardest for me in this whole routine. Okay, so I'm starting on my left. It doesn't matter as long as you do a different one for each interval. Whew. It's a good balance challenge. As you can see, my knee just went down there. That's okay. And remember, you can stop in the middle to regain your balance if that's helpful to you. And if you can walk all the way through, which is something to work up to, then you're really getting a good core workout. We are working so many muscle groups in this workout. Couple seconds here. Okay, take your break, shake them out. We're going to do the other side. Okay, so now it's my right leg going forward and back. You're well over halfway. Oh, the 10-second beep. Gives me the motivation to push those last few repetitions. Awesome, great job. So now we're doing that plank twist again. It's only 45 seconds, so get down. Okay, so remember, we're twisting the knees and we push back a bit. Really good work for the core, for the lower back, for the arms and supporting, and for the gluteals as well. Yeah, my quads are feeling it. Oh, 10 seconds. Awesome. And the last one is a tricep dip. I'm just going to lean back here. Okay, so remember those arms bend straight out behind you. Try not to let the bum hit the floor, but if it does, oh well. It's not a big deal here. If you can keep it off the floor, then your tricep is that much harder. Less than 10 seconds. Awesome, this is your 20-second break to grab that drink of water. We have one more round to go through at just 30 seconds each exercise. So we're starting again with that calf raise, the squat with the calf raise, sorry. So squat, and then the calf raise while you're down there. And remember, if you don't lock those knees out, then those quads work harder the whole way through. So now we've dropped off 15 seconds again. These are going to go by much faster. Ooh, this one's already finished. Awesome, next we're doing a push-up. So get down on the ground. At this point, I'm not sure I can do any from my toes. I'm going to try. I'm going to try for 5. And that was 5. Okay, now I'm dropping to my knees. Five seconds. Awesome. Russian twist. I like these 30-second ones. They're going by much faster. Okay, so twist from one side to the other. And just like the last 2 times we did it, we've got a nice flat back. Our abs are tight. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely sweating. Awesome. Bridge with a leg extension. Okay, get in position. My bridge. Extend one leg and then the other. My quads are really quite sore from the other exercises we've already done, the 1-minute round, the 45-second round, not to mention the exercises are so heavily focused on legs that just holding the bridge, I'm feeling it. Awesome. So now roll over, we're going to do a bird dog. I like this exercise. You don't think it's working your abs, but you do it for a while, and it certainly is. You definitely start to feel it there. We're nearly done here. All right, hop up. We're doing that lunge with a pop. And the legs nice and wide. Lunge off to one side and pop up. And then the other side and pop up. Really forcing myself to go low here. My body doesn't want to go low anymore. In fact, my legs are saying things like, how about we stop now? How about we take a really long break? Awesome. Now we're going to do those walk-through lunges. It's the last time though, and it's only 30 seconds. It's half of our original time. Okay, so I'm starting left leg. Less than 10 seconds. take your break. Now we've got to do that on the other leg. So back with the right, and then forward. I can feel my balance is starting to slip. I'm really having to concentrate a lot more. And that's because everything is tired. My muscles are tired. That's the endurance part of this. They've been working a long time. Awesome. Okay, now we're doing that plank twist, which I didn't think would be as hard as it is feeling. So hop down in your plank and twist. Ten seconds left. Awesome. And our last exercise before the cool down, tricep dips. So arms bending directly back behind you. Core nice and tight. Trying not to let the bum really rest at all. Ten seconds left until we get ready for cool down, so really try and continue. Awesome. So you can stay down here. We're going to start our cool down on the ground here, just with some nice stretching. We're going to start with the butterfly stretch, so you've got your soles of your feet together. I like to hold on to the toes of my running shoes and then pull forward and down. Now we're doing these cool down stretches for 30 seconds apiece. After an endurance workout, you really want to stretch out those muscles. If you kind of stop immediately and just sit around, they will seize. And I mean tighten up and not want to move. And walking down the stairs will be very painful tomorrow. Okay, we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So kick one leg out, it doesn't matter which side. And bend over, grab that toe. We'll be doing the other side, so if you're on a different leg than me, it's not a big deal. Yeah, so stretch those legs out. It'll definitely take care of stiffness and soreness tomorrow. I'm not saying you won't feel any soreness, but it will be much, much improved. Not to mention, it's preventing injury for the next time you work out. Okay, switch sides, so other leg out. And again, reach over. Now when I reach with both hands, I feel a nice stretch in through the side of my torso as well, which is good since we did those planks and the push-ups and the Russian twist, bird dogs, all of those we're working in through our core. Okay, now I'm going to push up into a down dog here and lift one leg up and bend over and let that really sort of open up into my hip flexor. Now I'm sort of wishing I had a mat here because my hands are slipping on the floor. I have to be careful. Just a few more seconds here. Okay, put that down. Give it a switch. Let me dry off my hands. Now I'm going to do the other leg up and over. Well, that's a bit better with dry hands. Okay, something I lost a lot of after surgery, injury, and healing was some flexibility. So I am definitely putting a lot of focus on trying to get more flexibility back. See, we're going to come up. We're going to do a bent over toe touch. So I'm going to bend over, reach for those toes. You can stay here, or you can add a chest opener if you would like. You can just wiggle just the slightest bit from side to side if you want to. Just a few more seconds here. Okay, so come on up. We're going to do a quad stretch. If you need to hold on to a wall, rest your hand on the wall, or grab a chair, that would be totally fine. I'm just trying to pick one spot on the floor and focus on that. Now I'm going to move over and do the other quad. We've got to do both legs here. Just a few more seconds. Woo. I should not move from the spot I'm looking at. Okay, now I'm going to do a hip flexor stretch. It doesn't matter which leg is back. Roll those hips, and I'm going to add a tricep stretch to that as well. We did those push-ups and those tricep dips, and I definitely use the triceps. I want to be able to wash my hair without discomfort, so I'm going to stretch them out. Awesome. And we're just going to switch sides. Other hip flexor and tricep stretch. Awesome job. Thanks for doing that with me today. If you feel any stiff muscles anywhere else, be sure to give those a stretch out. I have a few cool down workouts. You can specifically look for one of those if you want, or just do a few on your own. Be sure to subscribe so that you can get all my workouts as soon as they come out. And again, thanks for joining me. See you again soon.